We are all here for the first time this semester.
Hey, Shane.
I still doing the thing.
Here, but I picked it.
Proud of you. All right, number 1. So please have your marker or something else so you can give yourself a check mark if you got it right. You don't know if it's right. Can you stop that? All right, number 1, you have to multiply. So you get negative 16, a to the 7th, b to the 12th, c squared. How are we doing so far? Nope, a to the 11th. I'm sorry. I was just, I don't know. 7 and 11 kind of rhymes, so that's why I wrote it. Who knows why I did that. I mean, 7 and 11?
Those are kind of good.
Where? Did you just make a joke? Do it.
I'm sure I did.
Yes.
I did say 9/11.
This 2. This is a 1. This is a 1. You add them together, you get a 2.
You said, did you get a hot dog from 7-Eleven? I said, did you get a hot dog from 9/11?
That's on an exponent. Remember, our rules are exponent rules. These are coefficients, so it's totally different. Alright, this guy, you would first divide, so that means that you subtract your exponents. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. Subtract your exponents, you get x, y, and we have to cube it. So you have to cube everything in here. 4 cubed is 64. X cubed, y cubed. Because when you raise a power to a power, you multiply.
So you cube after you solve.
Yes. Alright, and remember, if you got it right, put a check. If you got it wrong, correct it. That's what we're working on. Number 3, anything raised to the 0 power is what? 1. So your answer is 1.
I got that one wrong.
So you shouldn't have gone through and given yourself checks like I told you.
I should have checked that one out.
Missing the point of what I'm saying to you. Alright, so 5/10 reduces to 1/2. Do not have a decimal. I want fractions. That's why it's in fraction form. 7 minus 30 gives you negative 23, so it goes to the bottom. 3 minus 27 gives you negative 24, so it goes to the bottom. 9 minus... Wait just a second, please. 9 minus 30 is negative 21, so it goes to the bottom. Yes.
I got that one.
Automatically negative.
Yes. And plus, if you do 7 minus 30, that gives you a negative 23, so you can't have negative exponents, so you move it to the bottom of the fraction. Also, 1 through 7 are on page 40 in your notebook. Just in, no, the directions on how to do it.
Are you for real?
Oh my.
No, I'm making it up. We've never done this before. Turn, stop, and turn around. All right, number 5. You have to raise everything in here to that exponent. So 6 to the 7th is a big number. Yes.
279.
Wait, stop. Let me-
Did you leave that off? Number 4, did you just leave all the rest of it off?
What you talking about, Willis?
On the top. Or is that just the
7 minus 30 is negative 23, so you put it on bottom.
1? No, I'm talking about the 1. Did you just like leave it?
Yes.
Oh. I thought it was like more.
No.
Never did like to do that.
Stop. Number 5 is 279,936. And then with your exponents, you do 3 times 7, and you get 21. 2 times 7, and get 14. And number 6 is a to the 400th power. Alright, so any questions on 1 through 6 before we go any further? Yes. 6 to the 7th power gives you that. Guys, this is a constant. It is a coefficient, so you raise it to that exponent. You do not do 6 times 7. We are talking about laws of exponents. That's not an exponent. That's an exponent. So you do 3 times 7, 2 times 7. That's where those came from. Your test is tomorrow.
Okay, then like what is 2,709?
6 to the 7th power is 2,709,936. Alright, number 7. What kind of exponent is that?
That's a half.
A fraction. And what's it called? Starts with an R.
Rational.
Rational. Take a point for your team.
Roger.
I got 128.
So you get, you put it in the radical. The square root of 16 is 4. Is that what you were screaming at me? Okay. Take a point. Alright, so now for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the rest of them, so from here down is page 41 in your notes. You also need your note card. On the back of your note card, I would write that you use this when you, blah, blah, blah. When you have square root, you use perfect squares. When you have the cubed root, you use perfect cubes. Yes.
Can we use our note card on our test?
Yes, I think I've said that every single day
Yeah,
since
you
we
have.
started writing on our note card.
Well, I think I've missed that every
I think
single day.
Mitchell's asked.
You've asked it.
He has.
No, I have not.
Yes, you
Yeah. This is the first time I've asked that
No, you
question.
haven't.
That's why it's good.
I was born on May 2008.
Sean, I don't care. Stop.
I thought that was the first time. Yeah.
Jackie Robinson?
Jacqueline.
Your mom's mom is Jackie Robinson? That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Wild.
Alright, so for 294, you need to split that into 49 and 6. 49 is the biggest perfect square that goes into it. So the square root of 49 is 7, and you get 7 root 6. How are we doing so far on our study guide?
Completely obliterated. Killing it.
Good, because you didn't even take your study guide and do it. Stop. I should not have to say that to you every day.
More expensive or less expensive?
Do you really want me to answer that? Alright, number 9 is 9 and 14. So that gives you 3 root 14. Number 10 gives you 4 and 10. So what's the square root of 4?
2. Oh.
Dang, stick all of it says.
Oh, yes, you did. Good answer.
Tyreek, you don't even know what they're laughing at. Alright, so this is split to 4 and 10. What is the square root of 4? Alright, what are you going to do with the 2 and the 9? 18 root 10.
Somebody handed me scissors.
Okay. I see where.
Who handed you scissors?
Mitchell handed Eric, and Eric handed it to you. Put them on the table.
Who handed them to you?
Mitchell handed them to Eric.
Okay, well, Mitchell's going to lose a point if he gives scissors to anyone outside of his table.
So take these back, honey.
Sound just like me.
Here you go, Hannah.
Put those in the second drawer. Do not touch them again.
They're in the first drawer, though.
Now they're in the second.
Scissors go in the second drawer. Man.
Markers, paper.
Alright, so, any questions on 8, 9, or 10 before we go any further and go into cube roots? Alright, number 11. Are we going to use our square roots or cube roots? Cubes. Alright, so what's the biggest perfect cube that goes into 432? 216 times 2. And that gives you 6 cubed root 2. Now, please make sure in your answer that you have the cube right here. Now, do we multiply this 6 times 3?
No.
No, because that's your index. You don't touch those. You don't move them.
This number.
Are you writing this down? Okay.
I'm not getting white lines like that.
You ain't got it.
Alright, number 12. Change that to a positive. The Sasbury should not have given you a negative in there.
So we solved it with a negative.
I'm not going to count it wrong. If you got the numbers right, then you can give yourself a check.
27 and 36.
So you should get 27 and 6. And then the cubed root of 27 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So you get 18 cubed root 6. Now, if you got the numbers right, even with a positive or negative, give yourself a check.
Gotcha.
How are we doing so far?
Awesome.
All right, total up your check marks. Write the number at the bottom. We're getting ready to do the back.
2, 3, 4.
Well, it's not.
That's
Number 12.
A to the 400th power. Yes. Alright, so 12, we look for the biggest perfect cube that goes into 162. Alright, I am not going to stand up here and go over the study guide if you're going to talk. We do this every time, and I'm just not doing it. If you don't want to listen, put your head down. Your grade, not mine. Passed algebra a long time ago. Don't care. Put your head down. Everybody understand? Alright, the biggest perfect cube that goes into 162 is 27, and you get 27 and 6. Then you take the cubed root of 27, which is 3. And you do 3 times 6, because that number's out front. So that's where we got 18 from. This guy's the only guy that wants to read the book, so he stays inside. We ready? Did anybody get 12 out of 12? Give your team a point. Did anybody get, put your hand down. Did anybody get 10 out of 12? Give your team a point. Did anybody get 8 out of 12?
I got 7 out of 12. I'm close.
Good job. What about 4 out of 12? So everybody else made less than that?
Okay, Sean. I see you, Sean.
Sean Bryce over there.
I didn't even get my study guide.
He left it on the table.
Yeah, we didn't.
Either did Ashley or Steve.
Bruh, you know how many papers I'm
Did it all. No excuses.
True.
Yep.
Alright, flip it over to the back. Alright, so number 13, we add in our variables now. And we still do the same thing. So we need the biggest perfect square that goes into 8, which is what? Okay, and you have 4 and 2. What is the square root of 4? 2. Okay, now, you can do this one of two ways. You can break your x's down, 4, 5, 6, 7, into 7 x's. Now, what is our index?
2.
So you need to break it into groups of 2. How many groups of 2 do we have?
3.
3 groups of 2. And then this 2 stays inside, and so does this lonely guy. And you're done. Did anybody get that one right? Look at us go. Good job.
You're welcome.
All right, for number 14, what is the biggest perfect potatoes? Perfect cube that goes into 144. There we go. 8.
And 8.
Don't say skew.
All right, and what is the cubed root of 8? Turn around.
Sorry.
What's the cubed root of 8?
2.
What's 2 times 6?
12.
Okay, how many times does 3 go into 3?
1.
So you have 1x on the outside. What's left inside the house?
18.
18. No x's. Why are there no x's left inside anymore?
Because 3 goes into 3.
Look at you go. Some of us learned something.
I learned something.
I'm
A baggage.
say that
Learn the baggage.
I was gonna ask you a question, but I'm gonna be stupid if I ask it.
Which one?
I thought
It's not a perfect cube. It says cubed root, so you need to use your cubes. And it does. If it was a perfect square, you would use 12. Hey, Tyreek, is that your sucker stick on the floor? Did you have a sucker at the beginning of class? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure you had a sucker. Pretty sure you have a pocket full of candy. And I don't think we should throw stuff on the floor.
I didn't do it.
You promise? Will you throw it away from me in the trash can? Thank you so much. Alright, number 15. What is the biggest perfect cube that goes into 250?
125 and 2.
Alright, and what's the cube root of 125?
It's 5.
5. How many times does 3 go into 7?
Twice.
With how many left over?
5.
What else is left over on the inside?
2.
And remember, if you need to write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 X's and then break it into groups of 3, do that. No judgment. All God's children.
Actually, yes.
You don't love God.
Don't care. Alright. What's the biggest perfect square that goes into 160?
8.
Nope. Perfect square.
What you just said?
16. So 16 and 10. And what's the square root of 16? Thank you.
4.
4 times 2 is?
8.
Alright, how many times does 2 go into 4?
Twice.
So you get x squared out here, and what's left inside?
10.
Awesome. Take a point, Mildred.
Good job.
She's gonna do awesome on her test.
No, I wouldn't.
You will. We haven't taken it yet.
You said she did.
Are you getting it right as well? Some of it? Are you understanding? Good.
I understand.
Good. Getting a little better? That's good because our test is tomorrow.
Are you just
Yeah. So we're doing our study guide. Alright, number 17. Number 17. What do you guys think is the biggest perfect square that goes into 17? I mean, I'm sorry, into 56. 4 and what?
14.
Okay. So what's the square root of 4?
2.
Alright. How many times does our index, which is 2, go into 16?
8.
How many times does it go into 3?
1.
With?
1 left over.
So what's left in the house?
14.
And?
1.
Look at us go. Question so far. Alright, so before we go any further, we have now done 5 problems on the back. Look at those 5 problems. Does anyone have any questions? Mainly the people who've actually been paying attention.
Actually, I do not have a question about that. Well, actually, no, never mind.
Okay, but
Parker?
give it out.
Number 15.
Mine's hard.
Okay.
The X's and the boxes.
Yes.
What's that represent?
We have 7 X's. We need groups of 3 because our index is 3. How many groups of 3 do we have? 2, so that's why we wrote x squared. We have 1 guy left over, so he goes right here.
So
Then
you're
on 13, why isn't there a 3 or anything?
Because our index is 2 on this one. So when it's blank, remember we wrote it that our index is 2.
It's always 2 if it's blank.
So we have groups of 2. We have 3 groups of 2 and 1 guy's left over. Any other questions before we go further? Speak now, children, because your test is when?
Or forever hold
Oh, okay, you said speak now. And where to hold your peace. I got a question about number 17.
Okay.
I missed 11 and 11.
What did you get,
I'm going to do 2.
did you do 16 and
Where'd you
3?
get those dresses?
I did 2 into 16, and I got 8.
Wait, say that again, because I think.
2 goes into 16 8 times.
Oh, okay.
I have no space.
Will they go to MySpace and get some?
I'm sure Macon feels the same way since your feet are all on him.
I mean, there's space right there.
There you go.
There's space at the front of the rim.
Yeah, you could go lay down on the floor.
Wait, really?
No. Alright, 32. What is the biggest perfect square that goes into 32?
4.
No. Neither of you.
16.
16 and 2. Alright, what's the square root of 16?
4.
4.
Alright, how many times does 2 go into 3?
1.
How many times does 2 go into 6?
3.
What is left inside the house?
Oh my god.
What?
2 eggs, 1 to the right
Oh, I
here.
thought something
Oh, just 2 eggs.
Stop that now.
You sound like Shark.
I should not have to tell you every day to not be annoying. I should not. Alright, why is there an X left over?
Because 2 goes into 3 one time, but there's 1 left over. I mean, yeah, 2 goes into 3 one time, but there's 1 left over.
Fantastic, take a point.
What does
Alright.
it even say?
2, our index goes into 3 once with 1 left over. Pumpkin, we have 3 X's. Okay? Our index is 2, so we need groups of 2. We have 1 group of 2 with 1 left over. Magic!
Okay.
I don't understand.
It's not that confusing.
Alright, 117. Did you figure out the biggest perfect square that goes into that?
No, that's why I got stuck.
Oh, I know it.
I was not confused.
Look at you go. Take a point for your team.
Are you serious? You just read the board. I can do
I still got it
that.
right.
135 x 10 y.
Some of us read the board and we still don't get it right. So let's give him the credit he deserves. All right, what's the square root of 9?
Three.
And what's 3 times 2?
6.
Okay. Now 2 goes into 10 how many times? 2 goes into 2 how many times? What's left inside the house? Any variables?
No.
No, because they were even.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
All right, number 20. What is the biggest perfect square that goes into 135? Does 27 go into it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, 27.
No, it's not a perfect square. Thank you. That's a cube. Take a point for your team.
Take a point. I was so confused.
So 15 and 9.
Yeah.
But you had me doubting myself. All right, so what's the square root of 9?
3.
All right, how many times does 2 go into 10?
5 times.
How many times does 2 go into 14? And what's left in the house? Any variables? Why?
There was none left over.
Because there was none left over, it was even. They were at all the books, all the things. They didn't have to die. Alright, so now, did anybody come up with at least one way to represent x to the 18th?
Yes,
Alright,
I did.
Shaquem can put it on the board. Caitlin, you can do it one after him. Did anybody come up? Alright, Mazzaro, you can. Okay.
Let's go, Skip. You're one to make that.
We need 4, so I need 2 more people to do this.
Sean, try.
Let Sean do it.
Hey, stop nominating me. I didn't do anything.
Did you look at the grades? Alright, let me stop.
Hello. X to the 9th squared. Fantastic. That equals x to the 18th. Go. Don't.
You must knew what I was gonna write.
Yes.
It was just gonna be my phone number.
I know.
You already know it's
Or something horrible.
More of us. I don't know why he didn't put the pencil down.
At first I forgot my phone number for a second. That's why it took me a minute.
Take 2 points to your team.
Okay.
Yes.
Carolina, are you going to come right one?
Sean. Oh, nice. Let's go, Sean. I love it, Sean.
Are you going to write 18 on them?
Let's go, Sean.
590.
Sean doesn't even really study yet.
Back.
Alright, Carolyn and then Sean and then Avery.
Then
And then John.
Yeah.
Guys, bring it down to the second row so I won't take up the... No, take up the whole paper. It's okay.
I got.
Ooh, that's a lot of
Oh, yeah, Sean.
What's your...
Okay.
That's not a question.
Wasn't that funny?
Say to me again.
Okay, so
X, 10 times 20.
A to the 6 cubed?
X.
Yes. Alright, ready? Come on. Yes.
what I'm supposed to do? Represent X 18. Okay, I need a marker. Right here? Just anywhere on the paper?
What is wrong with you? Yes.
Hey,
Freaking get it together.
sorry, I lost a chromosome when I was 6.
You'd be dead.
Oh! Okay. X to the 18th divided by.
Nope. 19.
X to the 9th?
Divided by X.
Hey.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Don't make me look stupid up here.
That's why I'm fixing it. Leave it like that.
What? But I
Because 19 minus, you don't have to write that. X is X to the
No,
first
one
power.
day you told me it wasn't there on.
Never told you that.
So it's
One day you told me that the one wasn't there.
Never told you that.
You did.
Never told you that.
I gotta get one.
I promise never would I ever say that. Alright, right, Carolina, are you gonna come write one? Take 2 points for your team. Congratulations. John, you can write yours, so she's gonna take forever to get up here.
Yeah, baby.
You can write
Okay,
yours.
quick with the quickness. Sausage.
Yes.
What the heck? Why get off?
I like your cardigan.
One-on-ones.
I like your cardigan.
I bought it for her.
Yeah, chocolate on my head. Sean, one-on-ones.
What was it? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Was all offensive line?
Fantastic. Take 2 points for your team. All right,
offensive
Avery.
line. Oh, yeah, Mazzaro.
Ah, are you serious?
No.
What?
Offensive line.
It's more of a Fred Haven.
Not D-line.
Hey, Sean, you got to
I'm gonna try to play both on
Can you catch? Catch more.
Yes, I can.
Hey! You can catch.
Fantastic.
Catch this in.
But I'm putting this is a classroom.
I caught it too. Venereal disease. So I can't get
Let's not share
I
that.
have a disease that like
In
it's like
any way.
glue on my hands. So like as soon as like something comes in, it's like sticks on my hands.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what it's supposed to be?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep. That's supposed to be an 8, but I messed up.
Fantastic. All right, now it says take 2 points for your team.
Okay.
Did everybody's table come up?
2 points.
No.
I came up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everybody came up. Now it says justify your answer. So what does that mean? Explain. So what words could we use to explain how we did this? Can we start it off with I know this? No. So you would need to say, I can represent x to the 18th in these 4 different ways. I know this because I can use my properties of exponents to simplify each expression and get the correct answer.
She's talking, guys. You guys need to be quiet so you can respect the teacher.
How about you, man?
Alright, so tomorrow on your test you are going to have a justification problem. Now, what if I said, represent x to the 10th, y to the 17th? Could you do that? How? Who can tell me one way to represent this?
stay the same.
Do like X, X, X.
Shaquem?
Okay. I thought I had 8. But I. No, wait.
Okay.
Do like this. I should take like 8.
Seventh? 17th power. Y to the divided by what?
X to the 10th. No, I'm tripping. X to the 7th and Y to the 17th.
Wait, what's
We got to get 17, baby.
Hold on, keep doing it. 8. Okay, take away 8. Okay, no. Yeah, that's 11.
That's right.
So that's one way to represent it. Now tomorrow you're going to have a problem